Welcome, everyone. This is Recovery Dharma. My name is Julia. I'm one of the facilitators in the Spokane Sangha, and it is my privilege to facilitate our practice today. Finishing out the month of September, I'm bringing forward a very specific kind of deep looking practice, a very specific kind of vipassana meditation, and it is something that I call elemental meditation. And one of the things that I've done with elemental meditation, which is one of my favorite things to contemplate, is I brought forward last Friday a way of looking at the elements, earth, air, fire, water, and mystery, as coupled with the foundations of mindfulness, body, thought, emotion, stories, consciousness. So for our practice today, I'd like to do just a very quick review of that, and then I'd like to choose a specific element and a specific way of concentrating your attention. Before we launch into it and get started, I'd like to set the intention today with a sentiment of loving kindness. This one was drawn by Lo. For anybody who doesn't know Lo yet, Lo is the tech mastery of the wonder and the shenanigans we have going on at Soul Center. This one reads, the sentiment of metta on the back reads, it's so good. Are you ready? It reads, may you release your joy into wonder. May you release your joy into wonder. The elements of reality, of our human experience, the physical experience of being human on a planet that is warmed and sustained by a star in the cosmos, 4+ billion years in the making. We are a continuation of its life, the whole cosmos. I read once that 42,000 tons of stardust rains upon the earth annually. It falls onto plants that we eat, soil that allows these plants to grow. If you're a meat eater, the animals eat grains and grasses. We eat the animals, and by virtue we eat those plants as well. It's in the water, it's in the air. And the line that I really loved is, we are the evolutionary magic of dying stars. We are interconnected. We inter-are. I think one of the best Buddhist teachers of this concept, and this particularly with respect to the elements, was Thich Nhat Hanh. And it is in all of his writings, this interconnectedness. You cannot come into the shade of a tree and not connect to it in some way, perhaps even see yourself reflected in that tree, to find some kind of relationship to that tree. Its need for water is your need for water. That's just at its very basic level. So, to come into the awareness of the physical elements that make you who you are: earth, air, fire, water, and mystery. There's so much mystery in how we came to be, how we continue on, and there's so much mystery driving our motivation to know. In each of us, we gotta know. We want to have some deep understanding. Most of the time, it's because we want to feel like we're in control, that we have some handle on this completely mysterious unfolding of life. A way to concentrate this understanding, a way to even awaken the awareness of these physical elements, is to put it into a practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness of the body. Asking yourself, what is earthy in my body? What is airy in my body? Watery, fiery, mysterious. We can turn our attention to our thoughts. If you have a mind anything like mine, and I'm sure you do, thoughts take on a pretty strong, airy quality. They're floating around. But other times my thoughts feel really heavy, kind of earthy, weighted like stone. Other times my thoughts are really fluid, maybe even deep and dark. Obviously, I have fiery thoughts, raging thoughts. I also, with respect to fire, have illuminating thoughts, shire lights, twinkle lights, spotlights. And then there are times my thoughts are complete mysteries. They just arise out of nowhere, catch me off guard. We can apply this to our mood and our emotions. You have grounded feelings. You have light, airy feelings. You have wet, tearful, watery feelings. Sometimes those tearful feelings are so joyful. You may have feelings and emotions that are passionate with fire, lustful, perhaps even, sensual, angry. So many ways to describe our mood and feeling, coupling it with the element of fire. Likewise, our moods and our emotions can rise and fall in really mysterious ways. One minute we wake up really moody and brooding like a hen, or we feel despairing for some reason. We have kind of a cold, wet blanket feeling. And then as the day goes on and we spend some time outside under the warmth of the sun, maybe inexplicably, mysteriously, the mood lifts. And some joy settles at the corner of our mouths and we smile a wee bit. So mysterious. All of this accumulates into the stories we tell, the judgments we make. This can get really big, and it can become whole mythologies, whole perspectives and biases, prejudices even, whole ways of being in the world. The Buddhist practice is an invitation to just put that under a light, under a little careful experiential scrutiny. Get curious about your thoughts and stories. You don't have to hammer them out. You just have to allow them to be spacious and wonder, because they're mysterious too. They're earthy, they're airy, they're watery, they're fiery, these stories we tell, these perceptions we have, and they're also mysterious because sometimes they arise completely involuntarily, almost with no way to track them. They seem out of nowhere. Maybe it's because they reflect an ancient legacy we're carrying in our consciousness from our ancestors. Their consciousness, who they were, is who we are. We are because they were. So there's the mystery of consciousness right there. And we get to think about that and play with it. What I'd like to invite you to do is to come into the body. Turn your gaze to your skin and just have an external body experience. Sense your hands touching your thighs if you're sitting on a cushion or a chair, or maybe your hands are folded in your lap. Wherever your hands are touching and whatever they're touching, notice. Notice the quality of touch. Allow your body to be the source of earthen grounding. There's a lot of harshness going on in our modern world in relationship to the earth. Climate change has really brought to our attention new dangers, new harshness, and it's easy to despair and it's easy to get scared. So we have to remember that there's also incredible beauty on the earth. Places pristine, cared for, well tended, beloved. Take that idea to your own body. You may have had a history of treating your body harshly. And so in this moment, it's such a pristine opportunity to treat your body with some earthen grounding gentleness and tenderness. That's what the nature of touch can bring. Allow the element of air to keep you awake, to keep you present, and turn your attention to how air is entering into your body through your mouth or your nostrils, and notice how you're breathing in this moment. Our yoga teacher Stephanie refers to it as your native breath. Notice the natural quality of breathing in and breathing out. See if you can give yourself an opportunity to slow the breath down. See if you can receive time slowing down through breathing in and out. Allowing the body again to be our focal point today, consider the waters, the sacred waters of the body. Tears, amniotic fluid, the sea of a woman's womb, from which we all grew at some point and were birthed from. The blood coursing through our veins, the lymph coursing through our body, our cerebral spinal fluid moving throughout our brain and spinal column. So many sacred waters. Flowing freely without our attention, something we take for granted, something we don't consider. And yet, these waters are moving within our body, keeping us going all the time, tirelessly, sometimes thanklessly, the way we have added poisons to our bodies through the consumption of various things that aren't good for us, and sadly are often socially encouraged and approved of. So we have to work hard to make healthy choices, to invigorate and keep well the sacred fluids in the body. Fire in the body. To think of that, to allow that to come into your consciousness. Where does fire reside for you? In the chakra system that is in the East, particularly in Hindu traditions, for which the Buddha would have known well, fire is in the core of the body. It's in the sacral chakra, which is the area of the body, front and back, below the navel, below your belly button. It's in the pelvic region. This is our reproductive organs, mostly. This is also the place of insight. Deep inner wisdom. ancestral knowing. Fire in the body is also the solar plexus, which is the core organs of your body. For me, my fire is at the level of my heart. And I like to envision the radiance of my heart warming, softening, and expanding through my arms and fingers. Where does fire live in the body? And then finally, we come to the sort of intellectual exercise of consciousness and mystery in the body, in your body. And what comes alive for me when I think about consciousness and when I think about the mystery of me being embodied in this female form, I really kind of jump into sort of new age language a little bit. And the one word that comes to mind is energy. And I really want to keep my energy present, grounded, illuminated, soft. And I want to bring that energetic field out into the world so that people enjoy my presence. They enjoy that consciousness. It's something pleasant to be around. I know I enjoy pleasant presences. And then I think about that energy that I'm putting out there into the world whenever I encounter anything else. And it doesn't even have to be alive. I can feel the energy of a building, a room. If a room has been holding space for really negative energy, there's an imprint there that we can pick up on. And I want to avoid it. I avoid certain alleyways, and other alleyways I'm like, ooh, what's down here? I get really curious. And other energetic, non-alive places give me a different feel, different vibe. So energy doesn't have to be around something living and breathing. It's simply a consciousness, a mystery. Tap into it, play with it, notice. The elements, earth, air, fire, water, mystery, our guides, our teachers, our thresholds of awareness to illuminate development, maturity, and wisdom regarding our own bodies, our own minds and emotions, our perceptions and stories, and deepening our consciousness so that we align with our aspirations to heal, to recover, to become the person we aspire to be. We do this for ourselves, of course, but we are here because we are doing this to better the world. Every effort you make in this regard heals. We'll end our practice today with 3 deep breaths, coming together in community and in communion, inhaling together, exhaling together, inhaling together, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. May you release your joy into wonder. And then let's go ahead, friends, and end our practice with a dedication of merit. I really love that Shelley brought forward allowing her mind to entertain particles and atoms and stardust. And, I don't know if you know this, but recently NASA was able to extract, land a probe on a flying asteroid to take a sample of it. And they're looking for amino acids on this asteroid. And because amino acids are apparently sort of the building blocks of creation. So as I was listening to this, I was like, oh yeah, I know the word amino acids. But then I was like, I actually don't have any fucking idea what that's all about. Like zero, none. And I'm pretty smart, I'm highly educated and all that good stuff. And I'm like, yeah, zero clue. It really is a mystery. So here we are looking for ancient amino acids floating on an asteroid to give us some indication of how the universe was created billions of years ago. And then we come back to our own lives and what are we fussing over in this moment or the next moment? So it really does help open the mind, soften the edges of what makes our lives feel tight. And when we come into that awareness, just remember there are millions and millions of people who have no concept of what we're talking about, no awareness at all, going along their day in a hyper-sedated way, missing the beauty and the wonder of their lives, sinking farther into darkness and despair. So, a moment's healing, a moment of light, may we offer it out to them. May you do so through your presence, your energetic field. May you do so in the way you smile, in the way you look. May you offer this all of this beautiful goodness to yourself. May you feel settled, warmed, encouraged. And may you take this practice. May it bring you to life in love and spirit. Have a great day, friends. We'll see you next time. Namaste.